So to create some kind of good quality replica that captures your way of writing, your personality, your your nuances, your turn of phrase, your stories. Obviously, the answer is the more data you give it, the better. But you can, through a lot of pattern recognition, you can actually create the information you need that distinguishes you from, say, Kanye West or from Boris Johnson. You can find very simple distinguishing points in each person. And then once you add some cultural and background information from, let's say, an open source large language model, you can actually create this kind of good picture of someone. So if you say, I'm Dan, I grew up near High Wycombe, I'm 34 years old, and I moved to London when I was 18, and then moved down to Spain when in 2016. You'd be able to understand from that context certain things I should know about, certain things that I grew up with, certain music, certain films that came out in certain years. So you would assume that I would have a good level of understanding of those different aspects. So you're combining this wider information from some kind of LLM or open source LLM or some kind of big database, along with some contextual information, your name, your details, your family connections, and relatively small bits, along with a good chunk of the way you write and the way that you communicate with a sample of different people, whether that's your WhatsApp messages to your friends, to the emails you send to business colleagues. You combine that with a little bit of AI, sprinkling of AI on top, and you can create these replicas that are pretty accurate. And then as soon as you end up adding things like voice and video on top, it really does trigger the receiver's brain into thinking, I'm talking to the real person.